good enough for you. Good enough for me. It's good enough. It's good enough for me. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Welcome to Little Town Big Queeries. I am Billie, your host, and today I'm doing a little bit of an update episode. And yeah, I had loads of episodes like pre-recorded. I think back last month or so, I can't even remember. There was like a week where I done like maybe 3 episodes in the space of 1 week, and you know the way that I plan them out, like fortnightly episodes. I've been trying to space them out, and I was on holiday and then I got sick, and like a lot of stuff just happened, and I was just took a bit of a break, and out of those 3 episodes I uploaded the Get to Z episode, which I loved, but I blame it all on them. After all that hiatus talk, it made me start to want to take some time to myself. I think Simon said something, give yourself grace, so I gave myself a lot of grace. She never left. So yeah, I've pre-recorded a load of episodes, and I'm trying to space them out, posting them. And I'm kind of like distancing myself away from like what's happening right now. So I thought, like, you know, my life's gone to shit personally, and then like the whole world's kind of gone to shit. So I thought I might as well like comment on it. So it's like a little update of what's been going on with me and what's been going on around me. I've made a lot of little notes on what to talk about, what I've been doing. Oh yeah, and I've totally forgot to explain the setup and what I'm actually doing. So Pride is coming up, and I'm gonna have like a little stall. This is Pride in Fermanagh. So I don't know, I don't have any like decoration or anything to put around this table or whatever I'm actually getting. So I got like canvases. I thought it'd be kind of fun if I painted something on them. I actually don't know what to paint on them. I haven't really thought about that. And I've kind of got 3 hours. No, I've got like maybe 2 hours to chill, and then I have to go out and parade. So even if I don't get them finished, I will get them like finished, because Pride isn't until the 18th of July. Today is the 10th. Hopefully I'll get this episode posted on the 11th, so it's like pretty like quick and whatever. So let me just get like kind of set up here, because I want to do it the podcast colors, pink and green. So I'm gonna have to make a pink and then green. I have to somehow hold my microphone in between my legs. I tried clipping it onto my t-shirt. Oh, by the way, I was going to talk about it later, but little first merch drop, I think. I'll show you properly later, because I'm too lazy to get up and show you the whole shebang. But I tried clipping it on and it just sagged. I don't want it stretching. So wait, yeah, there's a sale. Do it for all of them. So I'm prepped. Should have done this ages ago. Gonna add a little bit of red, because a little bit at a time. Should have got. I fucking have baby wipes, and I should have grabbed them, because it's gonna be a mess. I've got plastic wrap everywhere. It looks like an episode of Dexter, but I'm not butchering anyone, I swear. This is therapeutic. I just want to get all fucking set up before I start talking shit. A bit more white, more red. Oops, fuck, that was too much red. Oh my god, you fucking idiot! Ugh! Might not be too bad. What does that sound like? I wouldn't know. Ooh, that's well mixed. Right, I'm gonna get baby wipes, because I want to make a fucking mess. So I'm gonna do a thin layer of like a background. I think that's what I'm gonna do, and then do like green writing, and then do a green background. Whatever, you don't care. So, me and my brother went to Amsterdam at the start. No, it was like in the middle of June, and that was chaotic. It's more or less just chaotic because there's so much traveling. So on the 18th of June, Becky McNeese had a headline show, Waylands, and I got to take pictures of their concert. I fucking loved it. It was such great crack. But I wish I would have stayed out, had the opportunity to like network more and talk more to everyone, like make new friends and all that gay shit. But I had to get the flight to Amsterdam at like fucking stupid o'clock. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, so I had to find a way to get like the right bus to the airport. And I basically couldn't go to sleep. I think I'd done the show. I think we finished around 10 or 11. Rushed back to the hotel, and thank fuck I wasn't sleeping, because at this hotel the window wouldn't shut. Right outside the window was a yard bar, and they were just like playing live music, and you couldn't shut the fucking window. It was so frustrating. But like again, I wasn't sleeping, so and then I finally get to the airport. I wait for my brother to meet me there, and then we get there, and like we're on time. We're like perfectly on time. Finally get onto the plane. And it was delayed for 2 hours. 2 hours we're stuck on the tarmac. We were not going fucking anywhere. And I was just getting so fed up. And then once we finally take off, we land, and boom, it's like fucking 34-degree heat. It was disgusting. Like, the Irish just aren't built for that. I wasn't expecting it. I'm going over there with hoodies and big jumpers and shit. But the best part of that trip was I got to see my niece. She lives over there, and it was such a good crack to talk to her, even though if she does speak, she's speaking Dutch. So there's a lot of like, I don't know. There's a lot of talking with her hands, like show me what you want. But it was really cute. I loved it. I think that's well dispersed, and I think that's going to dry quickly. Hopefully it does. Let me get the other one onto green. Yes, get it. Also in Amsterdam, I brought all my gear over because I was like, I'm still gonna work, obviously. But when I got there, I was like, I'm such a fucking idiot. I can't pack for shit. I realized I have no European adapter. I just didn't think about it, and I couldn't charge anything. And the place my brother booked, fuck's sake, had no Wi-Fi. Like, where the fuck? I spent so much just using my 4G, and so it was just very slow at posting. And then I was getting just so sick, and then it was the heat. It was like the last thing I wanted to do was look through my phone, and even with my 4G, it was slow as shit. So I was able to do a few posts, but like not a lot. And then I got home, and yeah, I had to take a day off work because I was just absolutely just spluttering up half a lung. It was just coughing fits. I've got asthma, and it just triggers it all the fucking time. But yeah, in Amsterdam, what did I do? Mainly since we had my niece, we just went kind of grocery shopping. That was it was kind of cool just to go get lost in those kind of like wee villages that you wouldn't experience anywhere else. But yeah, we kind of just went shopping. There was like a swimming pool at the place that we were at. There was no fucking heating in the swimming pool. It's absolutely freezing. But my niece was loving it. And we just spent our time just kind of walking, looking at the landscapes and stuff. Went to a few cafes. And we did kind of walk down the red light district, which was kind of fun. It was like during the daytime, it was day shift, not judging or anything. Now, this trip that me and my brother made was like in the middle of all these little side quests I was giving myself to, because obviously I love the podcast, I want to keep it going, but I wanted to see if I can still like improve my photography, like doing live shows and just working with artists and stuff. I never get the really paid opportunities, very fucking rarely. So I will just do it like off the bat for free as long as I just get, a chance to show off my work. So I was doing loads of projects on the side. Only one of them was paid for, but there was I don't know. I had so many not letdowns, but just with like the traveling, like I take buses everywhere I go, and like half the time I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not complaining about it, but it does get so tiring because like sometimes the bus journey, depending on where you're going, could be up to 3 hours long, like on average. Like say Dublin or wherever, I had to get a bus up to Limavady, and it was like you're taking multiple buses. It's 5 hours. Once you get off the bus, you're like, I don't want to work. I want to go straight to bed. But you have to go straight to like a really busy venue. But like, yeah, I just gave myself too much work, and I got burnt out, and it was just so for little reward. So even if it's free, I do love the experience. I love networking. I love meeting new people. But most recently, the most recent concert, like, or festival that I was at, it was such like, I don't know, I just got so fucking fed up and upset and embarrassed, and I don't know. it's something I wanted to say on the podcast because I want to know if it's happened to anyone before, because it's the first time it's ever happened to me, and I was pure shocked. And it was just I spent all day basically getting there. Just before I went to Amsterdam, I seen on like Instagram or Facebook that this band I know were doing a festival up in Limavady, and I messaged them, can I do your pictures for free? And he was like, yeah, that's no bother. And he gave me the date and the time of when they're on stage. And he also said, security know you're coming. Security know you're coming. Like, the festival knows you're going to be there. Like, just come on through, ask for like the passes or whatever. They're expecting you to be there to take pictures for us. I was like, sweet. And so I remember that day I was working and I was wishing that my supervisor would give me, like, I can't remember if I took a half day or I left an hour early. I can't remember. But I was able to I left an hour early. That's what it was, because I had to get the bus at 3 o'clock, and I had to get the bus from Enniskillen to Dungannon, and then get another bus from Dungannon to Cookstown. And that was like, it was going so fucking slow as well. And then I finally got to my mom's by maybe 6 o'clock. They were going to be on stage around 8, I think. So I had like an hour to kind of like shower, get myself ready, and then me and my mom and her boyfriend, we go off, and we finally get to the festival, and you could like almost hear them on stage. And I'm like, I'm kind of late, but they know I'm coming. Like, I've been told that they know that I'm gonna be on my way. So I ran up to this kiosk desk that sell the tickets, and I was like, oh, I'm the photographer for this band. Like, how do I get through, what, blah blah. She goes, oh my god, there's no more media passes. And like, I'm like, shit, are you just gonna deny me entry? And she goes, no, like, we've no more actual physical passes, but we do have artist passes. And I was like, oh no way, like, I'm not an artist, but that's pretty fucking cool. And she was like, just take this and run straight to the stage. They're on stage right now. She put it on my wrist, and I went through all the security and shit. I sprinted to the fucking stage, and there must have been like 200 people down there. It was fucking packed. I had to squeeze past everyone to try and get to the barrier, because as a photographer, in my head, you want to be in the barrier. You get good shots. I like to get shots of, like, the singer and then the audience in front of them. Like, there's so many like other cool angles you can get. If you're in the audience, you're only getting one angle, and like people are going to be in your fucking way. So I assumed, since I'm there to take pictures, I'd be behind the barrier. So I run up to the barrier, and there's this like security steward guy there, and I'm like, hello, my name is Billie, and I am a photographer for this band. Can I come over the barrier to take pictures of them? He just looked at me so confused, like, I don't know who you are. And I tried to explain to him, I'm like, with the band, taking pictures of the band. Don't work for anyone. I'm not making any money off this. And he looks all confused, and he runs and grabs this other lady, and she runs over and she's like, who are you? I said, I'm a photographer. I'm here with the band. Who's gonna paint my leg? I want to get past the barrier so, I can take pictures for the band. And she goes, I don't understand. Where's your pass? And I showed it to her, and she just looked at it and she goes, I can't let you through. And I was like, I don't understand. I've got the pass. I'm doing everything right. Like, this is the first time it's ever fucking happened to me. Like, oh, here's a photography pass, but you can't come past the fucking barriers. It was so confusing. I said to them, I'm from Fermanagh, guys. Like, I spent ages trying to get here. And they're just like, that's not my problem. And yeah, I was so fucking frustrated. There was nothing they could do. And yeah, fuck them. And there was this other like photographer or videographer. There was loads of them there, like, and there was this wee photographer that came over, looked a bit confused, like just seeing what the situation was about. And then the guy security looked at the both of us, being like, "Oh," pointed at me. "Do you work with them? Are you with each other?" And I got scared. I was like, no, I'm with the band, whatever. But I should have fucking said, yeah, I work with them. And I'm like, who do we work for? Like, I don't know. Fuck. It was just so fucking frustrating. Because I did stay to take a few pictures, but like, you're in the audience, and like, there's people dancing. And, like, at that time, people were starting to get tipsy, and they don't like when a photographer's in your way or in their way. So yeah, that was just so fucking frustrating. I was supposed to be out there for 2 hours, but I got pictures for like 10 minutes. And I thought, if I keep taking pictures at the same spot, then it's just gonna be so boring. It's gonna be the same picture over and over again. So I just called my mom, like, pick me up. I hate it here. I hate everyone. I hate the security here. This festival's shit. So after doing that show, I was just so burnt out. I'm so glad that my mom lives so close, and I was able just to stay at hers and unwind and kind of just like calm down because I was just so overwhelmed. I was so excited because again, after all that traveling, like again, when you're doing it for free, it's almost a payoff that when you actually do the work, it's like, I don't know, that's where the satisfaction comes. Like, this is what all this hard work has been leading up to, doing this work, and I just wasn't able to do the work, and I was just so burnt out because I've just done so many shows, and like I seemingly just fuck up every single one of them. Like, even like with me being at that festival, and I tried to take pictures of with the crowd. Like, I rarely do that. And if when I am doing that, it's in a small pub in Enniskillen, and people would be like, a bit too shy and timid at first to be like at the front dancing. So I'd have the space to take pictures. But that gave me like flashbacks. I done a show for Conleth, the singer, and he's a brilliant singer. I loved how he gave me the opportunity, and I wouldn't have got the opportunity if it wasn't for Greta. But again, like I fucked that up because before, when he was doing a sound check, I was like practicing with the camera, and it was easy, because it's able to like move about and get him in the center of the camera, and I had the freedom to move about. But when I was there, I was like, oh shit, there actually is no barrier here. I'm gonna be mixed in with the crowd, which I was like, oh, maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe the crowd would be pretty chilled out. But fuck no. It turns out like 40 to like 60-year-old women in the crowds are probably like the worst fucking crowds ever. In a sense that they're just unhinged. If you get in their way, they're like looking you up and down, like you're only doing a fucking job. And I actually was there doing a job because I was getting paid for it, and I fucked it up because I was getting like, I was, my camera too can get pretty heavy after a while. It was the first time I've had to hold up a camera for like, I don't know how long he was on stage for, like 90 minutes, and like I was trying not to miss a beat of a song too, and yeah, I fucking fucked that one up royally. So I don't know, I'm gonna take a break from doing little projects like that because I'm just so knackered. Even though I love doing all these like little side quests, because I get to, I don't know, I just get to experience a lot more. Like with the Conleth one, it was just fun being in that atmosphere, working around an artist. I don't really get to do it enough, and I'd love to do it more, but probably fuck that opportunity up. And like the Becky McNeice show, that was unreal. I just love being in Dublin, like music scene. Like it's a niche thing you don't get to see up in Enniskillen. Like I do love it in Belfast too, but I suppose like what Becky McNeice has said, and I think other people have said on the show that like the music scene isn't as, I don't want to say as good or whatever, but it seems to be a lot more popping in Dublin. I do love the vibes down there. And then I got to do the comedy fundraiser at the Sunflower. I love that. It was like every fucking comedian that I watch all the time, and I laugh to all the time. So it was really cool to be around them. And I took advantage of just staying in Belfast. I fucking love it up there. So I was just too cheap. I tried to get Airbnb twice, and it wasn't the same person, but it was two different like hosts that like they didn't accept my, I don't know how do you say it, because I asked for these dates and they're like waiting for the host to approve your request, and they just never did. And I was like, what the fuck? They're losing out money here. But yeah, I just went to a hostel instead. And that was my first time in a hostel, and I loved it because like I think it was two guys that were staying in my room. We just kept to ourselves, and I just kept to myself. And yeah, I left. I left pretty early because I don't know. I just wanted to make most of the day, and I went. I wanted to go to like a cafe and edit all those photos because I've never really done that before, and I sound super fucking hipster to like go to a cafe and like whatever. But I wanted to do it. Didn't want to do it in like like Cafe Nero or whatever. I just wanted to do something a bit more local. I've always seen like Happy Out Coffee, and I was like, I need to like visit their place. And I was like, fuck, it's a strut, but it was a nice wee walk. And I got there, and again, like I said, I was sick, and I walked for a good 40-50 minutes to get to there. Didn't cough once. As soon as I sat down, I was coughing up half a lung. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. The poor server there came over with like a glass of water. I think they're thinking like, shut the fuck up, like you're embarrassing, like making our fucking customers run away, scaring them. But yeah, I loved it there. It was a really nice wee spot, and yeah, that was my experience. I'm just gonna take a break from doing all those wee odd jobs from like photography. I want to focus more on the podcasting. I want to focus more on TikToking. If I can do that, it's kind of like, I don't know, it'll be a hard thing to kind of jump into. But yeah, definitely just taking a step back from photography because I'm just like, I'm kind of fucking shit. And I'm basically throwing a lot of shit on the wall to see what sticks. Don't think that's sticking. So I'm, yeah, just trying to like focus on the one thing. Again, that's like my ADHD brain. That's like, I want to do all these different things. Bought a fucking printer because I was like, I'm gonna start selling prints. And I'm just like, Jesus, I need to have like time to kind of, finesse that. But yeah, if I've like made commitments already, if I've like made promises of doing little projects with you, obviously I'm gonna do it. I'm not backing out of that at all. I just want to have I just want to stop taking on new projects from now on. Or maybe we can talk about it. Maybe it's something that I might want to do, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like your man from Green Mile, and he's like, I'm tired, boss. I might pour the green directly onto the plastic, and hopefully I remember I've done that. I was gonna have one landscape and one portrait. So there's like been a lot of like outroar with AI. Obviously, that's been like a thing that's been about for a long time now. But how normalized it's becoming is it's fucking scary. It's disgusting. And yeah, I think there was an AI song based about like Northern Ireland or something like that. And yeah, I don't know if that was. I haven't actually listened to the full thing. I refuse to. I think I've just heard clips of it on like people's TikToks. But it's so sad. It just goes to like, again, when I've had talks with like Becky McNeese and how she's struggles to get like the platform, struggles to get like performing, and like there's literally like actual, I don't know what radio that was. I can't fucking remember, but like so many thousands of people, or I don't know, thousands or hundreds of people could be listening to that, thinking that someone's actually written this, and it's just absolute bullshit that AI has created. In fact, it's probably just because this is how AI works. It like scans through the internet at other people's like creations, takes that, like analyzes it, steals from it, and then it creates its own little fucking bullshit, like ugly version. Like it's just it does sound horrible. And I love how people were like, this is how you like realize it's AI. It's like you can hear like almost like a crowd of people are singing it. You don't know how many people are singing the actual song. But yeah, it's just embarrassing because there's so many. Like, again, being a photographer and like the music scene, you get to see how fucking sheer talented people are, and they're just not been given the platform. And I've been told so many times, and it shocked me so much because I thought, being from Fermanagh, from like a rural part of Ireland, you go to the city, you go to Dublin, or you go to Belfast to like, improve your career. But like, it's almost you need to like leave Ireland completely to succeed and then come back and then like then you're in glory. It's mad how you just can't succeed here. Well, probably just creatively. You need to like get out of here, and it's mad to think because like Ireland seems to be the most creative place ever when it comes to storytelling, music, fashion, art, poetry. Like it's mad, and it's just no one gives a shit about it anymore, and it's just AI slop. I need to start painting. What am I writing? I might go Little Town. Fuck, I need to be. I should have. It's too late. And I do think it's something that like businesses are very hush hush about, or any like, you know, it's just not talked about as much as I think that a lot of like younger folk, like the younger generation, realize how fucking bad it is because AI art, it's not art. First of all, if you look up the definition of art, it's like it's human made. It's produced by humans. Like, it shouldn't be called art or AI art. It just doesn't make sense because it's not made. It's stolen from humans. That's what it is. There's so many businesses in this town that like just promote it in Enniskillen, and I'm guessing there's so many other like places in your small town, and it's always the same. I was trying to show it to my mom as well, like on Facebook. That's just pure AI slop altogether. I showed my mom this picture. It was like a menu of this restaurant. And I was like, Mom, look at this. This is made by AI. And she goes, How do you know? I'm just like, just look at it. And then went through like Facebook again, seeing the same formatted like menu before a different web or different restaurant. And it's like, how are they all using like this fucking AI like template for the restaurant? And it's like she was asking me, how can you tell? Sometimes if there's like, cartoons of food, if you zoom in, it's like, what are you actually looking at? It doesn't make any sense. You see a bit of lettuce, but it's not leafy lettuce. It's just pixels like bunched together because a computer can't really detail it that well. And most of these like businesses will have the fucking actual gall to have in these menus support your local business. And it's like you can't even support your local artist that could make you a menu like that for like what, 20-30 pound, and it's made by a human. It's like creatively made. It's not going to look the same. All these menus, all these leaflets look the same as each other. It's like, where's the individuality? Like, what the fuck? It's so like scary. There's also a pub. To be honest, I haven't walked through town in a while, but it's been there for a good fucking long time. But there's a pub in Enniskillen that just out its front window has like AI art of like their staff. No one fucking cares. Like, show me actual pictures of your staff. Show me like caricatures of your staff that was made by actual humans. That's fucking cool. That's inviting. And yeah, it looks bad in your business. I know that might be like very shady of me to say, but it just does. Like, come on to fuck. There's so many artists in this town that can like make you something for your business. Like, support them. Don't fucking support something that's like basically damaging the entire environment. I fucked this up already. It's terrible. I know I let on like, oh, I'm such a creative person, but I can't paint or write for shit. But at least it's made by a human, right? The thought's there. Speaking of AI art or songs, there's another song floating about that's like, it's not even out yet, but it was teased not so long ago, and I thought it was AI because it's kind of shit. But there's an influencer from actually from my county, and he's and he's made a song, and it's kind of like, it's very on the nose about, like Protestants and Catholics, but mainly the uproar about the song was about, it's talking about women's health and abortions, and basically most of the song is about stuff that basically this guy never has to worry about or be scared about. And it's very like upbeat. It's very like, like a dance anthem. It's very a touchy subject. Obviously, he said he has had friends that went through this, and like, yeah, fair enough. But like, it's just, if you're gonna make, to me, if you're gonna make an anthem, well, if you're gonna make a song about like women's, abortions and like what they go through and how it's fucking shit to be a woman in Northern Ireland with like, the femicide and shit. Maybe make a ballad, or like maybe like a nice slow tune that means something that would do. I think that was just a bit like, where did that come from? Why we dancing to this now? But yeah, the song's not even out yet, so it's probably not that bad, you know. I mean, he's done well with like marketing because like everyone was like uproar and made loads of videos about it. I'm late on the mark because it happened during my well needed hiatus. I'm gonna get slated now because I'm a fucking nobody. And yeah, he has a big following. Whatever though. This is terrible. I can't paint for shit. Someone help. Doesn't even look like a W. I fucked up the middle bit. So we just went from lowercase to uppercase. What the fuck? Oh yes, that's another thing I missed out, was fucking We finally got our world's first trillionaire. I'm so glad that happened. I've been waiting for that my entire life, to be honest. We're gonna like progress so much better now that we have a fucking trillionaire. Like, no harm. This cunt's trying to be Lex Luthor. He's now richer than Lex Luthor. Fuck me. And we're still not living on Mars, so I don't know what the fuck he's doing. There's just no need for, like, someone to be that fucking rich. You don't need. How do you spend that money? There's nothing in the world that you can have enough of. Like, you would have everything. Trillion. Isn't there like 100 millions in a billion? Or is it 1,000? Like, there's just so much money to even fucking comprehend. There's no fucking need. Fucking Bonnie Tyler died. What the fuck was that about? I can't believe I missed. Oh fuck! I fucked the eye too. Shit. Oh, what an absolute dawn. She done the. I know she done Total Eclipse of the Heart. She done I Need a Hero, which Shrek 2, I think, just made completely better. But I think she also done. No, she didn't. I'm thinking of Cyndi Lauper. She's dead too, though, isn't she? I was thinking that I thought Bonnie Tyler done the Goonies song. Good enough for you. Good enough for me. Good enough. It's good enough for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? To bring in some more bad news, I suppose I can't really ignore the riots that has been happening. The recent riots that were happening in Belfast due to a Somalian man that like tried to decapitate this fella. I think he was Glaswegian. I think he was Scottish, wasn't he? Which is like, it's fucking disgusting. Can you imagine seeing that out in the street? For that shit to happen so close to home, it's fucked up. However, the answer isn't to like, let's go outside and just like burn the rest of these like brown people and whatsoever, like these immigrants out of their home. It's just not the fucking answer. Like, I was watching videos of like actual families running out of their homes because it was up in flames, like little children running out of their homes, and it's fucking embarrassing. It's so embarrassing that that's happening. And I love how it's coming out now that, like, most of these people, because they're going out in these riots or protests, they like to call them, but they're fucking riots. They go out in these riots and they want to say it's like, women's safety. They want to, protect women's safety, protect children. But then after the riots, like, these people that were being arrested, they were found to have like so many domestic charges from like beating their girlfriends. Like, they just don't care. They don't care about women's safety at all. It's the same thing that happened, I think, back when Dublin when were having their anti-immigration protests. Like, half the people that were rioting, they were found to like either have domestic abuse charges, like prior charges, or most of them would be like, claiming benefits. And it's like, yeah, fair enough. I understand that, like, not all disabilities are visible. However, if you're gonna be complaining that, like, oh, there's people coming over here taking our jobs, they're taking our benefits, and like, but you're on benefits as well, but you're fit enough and well enough to join a protest, but you're not fit enough and well enough to work. And it's like, what is it? I'm so confused. Like, like, you're acting like there's people coming over here leeching off our country when there's like people already here leeching off the country. There's already people here that are killing, sexually assaulting, like hurting women and children. Like, it's happening all the fucking time. It's happening in the churches. But what are we gonna do? They love God. Like, God's fucking popular. Like, that's all they care about these days. If there's like, a woman hurt, if there's like a child that's been hurt, if there's been like a mass shooting, that's the first thing people think of. They're like, what color were they? What was in between their legs? Like, they need to know if it was like an immigrant transgender person, because they're the enemy nowadays. It's fucking crazy. And there's a comedian, I can't remember which one said it, when I was doing the anti-fascism, anti-racist comedy gig at the Sunflower. There's a comedian that made a funny joke where, like, he pointed out that where these protesters are telling people to go home, get out of our country, go back to where you come from. But then they're burning the public transport, like the glider. Like, what the fuck was that going to prove? Like, if you want to target your concerns, your issues with to the people that will listen, and to the people that have done this. I'm not trying to tell you how to riot, by the way. That's not what I'm trying to do. But like, bring your issues to fucking Stormont. Knock on their windows, knock on their doors. Don't burn them out. Like, that's a bit fucking extreme. I'd never tell anyone to do that. But you're just like, you're burning houses down. Innocent people live there. There's people that came over here to be like doctors or nurses. You know, they're here on legit business to fucking look after you, to supply to you. It's just, it's fucking crazy. I'm pretty sure I seen a video of the houses being burnt down in Belfast, which, by the way, is such like a flashback to what started the troubles. By the way, what the fuck? We just gonna let that shit happen again? Apparently so. But there was a video of a guy, and he was a white guy, a white Irish guy, and he was like, "My house has been burnt down," and I told the people that were lighting the fires that I live here. They didn't give a shit. They don't give a shit because they just want to start fucking trouble. Honestly, whoever partook in those anti-immigration protests, their fucking riots, you're sado. You're a little virgin sad bitch. Soy boy beta cuck, that's what you are. You're an embarrassment. You're embarrassing all of us. Just stop what you're doing. Just shut the fuck up. Send a letter to fucking DUP, or send it to fucking London, because that's who's in control of all of this fucking shit. I don't mean to get my conspiracy theories out, but like, that's who's in control. Like, what the fuck? No one gives a shit about Northern Ireland at all. Ugh, getting paint everywhere. I can't really get. I was gonna wipe it on my legs, but I'm gonna be in a parade later. Fuck. Speaking of like divide of the north of Ireland or Northern Ireland, whatever you want to fucking call it. Oh no, I got green all over the top corner. Can you see that? Fuck. There was this young youth politician from Fermanagh, Jack McCubbin. I think I got his last name right there. But seems like a dead on wee kid. Like, his views. I need to like learn more about like politics and all that jazz. And oh fuck. Oh no. Look what it did. Oh, see, this is so this boy Jack. He was just like he shares his opinions, his like political views on stuff on Facebook and everywhere else, to be honest. And it seems dead on. Like, he's such like a neutral guy, and I love that. Coming from like the north, it is very split, like unionist and nationalist and Protestant Catholic and all that bullshit. But he previously or recently made a post about how flags divide us, and like, me being like Irish, and like, I don't say nationalist because like fucking anti-immigration, like all that shit is ruined so much. But with me being Irish, I love the Irish flag. Even though again anti-immigration has kind of fucking ruined it. It's the Irish flag has totally lost its meaning over like so how many 100 years it's been going about, because like the whole point of the Irish flag was like the green represents Catholics, the orange represents Protestants, and the white represents peace. And like, it's still not good enough. So like, it's just went through so many. It's kind of like, yeah, Ireland for Irish, kind of like during the British occupation, but now it's like Ireland for the Irish, and like no one's a welcome here. And it's just like it's getting a bit fucking extreme now. But he made this post just saying how flags divide us, and again, I'll sit here and be like, I love Ireland. I'll wave the Irish flag, no bother. But I can still see, with me having like Protestant family, Protestant friends, like those flags, not that they'd fucking say anything. And it's like vice versa if they had a Union Jack. I think there'd be like a few jabs now and then. But you're still like, it is a bit of a divide, Like, you need to put yourself outside this box, put down your fucking pride, and realize these flags do cause a divide. It's not just like, Irish flags, Union Jacks, but it's also like, you got your Palestine flags, you got your Israel flags, you got all these paramilitary flags all over, scattered over Ireland, or sorry, not Ireland, in the north, basically. You wouldn't see that shit down south. That's the thing. flags everywhere else are so different. Like if you go down south in the Republic, you're not seeing a Union Jack anywhere. All you're seeing is like an Irish tricolour flag. You go past the border, you're seeing all these fucking different colours, and you don't know where the fuck you are half the time, if you're going to be safe or not. So he made this point, flags divide us, and I don't know where he was going with it, with like, we need to remove all flags, because that's such like a hard thing to do. Again, like you don't want to tell people not to use their flags. It's a form of expression, expressing your identity. I wouldn't like if I said to someone to put down, for example, their Union Jack or paramilitary flag, that does, and I'm waving like a pride flag or whatever, it's vice versa. Like, everyone's allowed to have their own flag. I fucking hate the word flag, it's disgusting. But regardless of what his aim was, he was making a point which I agreed with. Flags do divide us. And there was this person in the comments, I'm sorry, but you're dumb as shit. Straight away, they were like, this is a Christian country. This is not a pagan country. This is not a Catholic country. This is not an LGBTQ plus country. It is a Christian country. And no one challenged that. No one, this boy Jack, not once did he say that, like, oh, this is not a Catholic or Christian country. Like, he said none of those. He brought religion into it not once. Like, it's just so fucking silly for a place that's like, you know, so demanding of flags. Like, fun fact, Northern Ireland doesn't even have an official flag. Like, it doesn't have an official flag. You can wave like your red hand of Ulster or whatever. Like, that is not the official flag of Northern Ireland at all. Like, it's just not. It's hard to believe that the trans community, the lesbian community, the bisexual community, fucking the whole LGBTQ plus community is more recognized to have a flag more than Northern Ireland. Like, it's a funny little fact. So yeah, that's been some stuff that's been just fucking with my head. There is such like a divide in the north right now, and it's just so sad to see. Cause like do you ever see like your family gets fucking be sharing shit on Facebook about anti-immigrants, and it's just like, they're just not the people to be mad at. Since like the Houses of Parliament does control like a lot of Northern Ireland, if not all of it, like I just have a feeling that like they're just sending all these people to Ireland. Like, do you think that's happening? And I'm not going to try and sit here and be like, this is exactly what's happening, because I have no idea. But it's like, surely there's some weird, mad conspiracy that I think that the government is doing this on purpose so we get mad at the wrong people. So we're distracted and we're like, oh, I'm going to be mad at this person that's just moved into my country. They're getting all these benefits. Obviously, like, I'm getting no benefits. I'm from this country. I'm gonna be like, of course, charity starts at home and all that bullshit. But if I was like in a shit kind of like country, that sounds so horrible the way I said that. But like, I'm guessing where these people are coming from, they're not receiving the best like benefits, or the quality of life over there isn't the greatest. But when they come over here, they're being given like, you know they're entitled to so much. Obviously I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to fucking this place because they're gonna give me so much. That's a way of thinking. But it's like, the government has set this up. I feel like, I don't know how to put it into words, but I do feel like the government has just been like, oh yeah, you can go to Ireland. If you go to Ireland, you'll be given, what's it called, like asylum and all that. You can stay in this hotel that we've rented out for you, and like, yeah, and it's just like a way to for the public to be like mad at these people that have just moved over here. But you should be mad at the people that are like, letting such an influx of people move here. Stop burning. Like, they are people. They're just wanting a place to fucking live. Whether it like be like, I find it so hard to believe too that like wherever they're coming from, they're looking at a map being like, I want to move to fucking East Belfast. That's where I want to be. Oh fuck, queries. Shit. Forgot the S. Maybe I can slip it in. This is terrible. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. So yeah, those fucking riots were happening. Were atrocious. And then that makes things scarier. This is July, which means the 12th. So everyone border up your fucking doors. I've been seeing the whatchamacallit, the bonfires. Seen one recently and it had a mosque I think on top of it, and it's like, again, that's so embarrassing. Stop it. Stop being little racist pricks. I don't know how fucking Christianity just has this like entitlement of being like the fucking like alpha religion, and it's probably the most colonizing, imperialistic, fucking just genocidal. It's the scariest religion. I'm scared of Christianity more than anything. For this next one, I might write, join me for an episode. So out of all this bad shit that's been happening, and I know there's like so much more, like Keir Starmer, I think he's resigned. There's another by-election. See, this is where I need to get like educated more, because like, why is there bisexual elections now? I'm almost certain there's a guy dressed as a bin and he's competing against Nigel Farage, and I'm just like, yeah, the bin, please let the bin win. I think he said he wants to make a, like 99 the ice creams 99p again. So like, he's doing well for this country already. So big, if I could vote, I could vote for him. What's also been going on, and I've been like, spent a lot of time on my bill watching movies, watching shows. But what shows came back? I Kissed a Girl, and I've been watching it and I've been fucking loving it. So yeah, I Kissed a Girl has been on, and yeah, it's fucking brilliant. The only thing that pisses me off, I'm like, I need to watch more episodes. 8 episodes isn't enough, or is it 9? Is that including the reunion? Oh, it's so good. It's so messy and it's so entertaining. It's such a good fucking representation for all different kinds of like lesbians or bisexuals. There's like Pippa on the show who's non-binary. If people just took the time to like listen, they learn so much off one episode. It's so nice to have, and it's so heartbreaking to think that it's not going to be coming back on TV. Straight off the bat, justice for Faye. I think it was like episode 3 or 4. She was out straight away, and I was like, no, that's not fair. She deserved like more. There's an episode where she was talking to someone, and then someone, like another girl, came and interrupted her, and she was just sitting there being like, what the fuck? It's so cheeky, by the way, but I suppose it's just, a free for all in there. Like, they're fucking crazy. And then, like, she kind of turns and she's chatting to another lassie, and then another lassie comes out of nowhere and then interrupts her a second time, or not the same person, but a different person. But I'd be sitting there, that is me. That is literally me. Like, I'd be like, what the fuck just happened? And I'll just deal with it like the little fucker I am. And yeah, I felt so sad. I didn't want her to go first. And yeah, justice for Faye. And Elise, I know there's controversy with her with like love bombing, but I'm pretty sure there was like an episode right after that, or it could have been the same episode, where she was like directly love bombing to Alicia. And justice for Blessing. It was so sad when I think she was with, was it Lindsay? And she, like, I don't know what game they were playing. I suppose it doesn't even matter what fucking game you're playing. And I know you aren't actually together, but it was when Lindsay just sat on Ashley, sort of making out. And like, you seen everyone's faces were like, what the fuck's going on? And you seen it in poor Blessing's face, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is so out of order. And you don't want to, like, make yourself out to be a crazy cunt, like, starting a fucking shouting match. So you kind of just take it, but you could see, like, how annoyed and how upset that made her. I got paint everywhere. Jesus Christ, I'm like a child. But yeah, absolute chaotic show, and I fucking love it. It's so sad that it's gone, and I think the OG cast need to come together and like somehow get it back on the air, or even do a fucking just like YouTube version. That'd be sick. I don't know if you'd get the money though, but it's so upsetting. And it was mad to watch too. Like, everyone's a little baby on it. Not like, I'm not calling people babies, but they're all just like so young. I think the youngest was 21. Like, I'm 26 and I could not imagine myself on a show like that. I'm just too much of a fucking dork. That's been good crack watching that. I'm really looking forward to the reunion, see what the crack is. I remember for I Kissed a Girl season 1, when like everything seemed fine once everyone like left, finished the show. But for the reunion, it was just like so much shit went down. It was scandalous. I loved it, so I can't wait for this one. But yeah, I just wish there would be like more episodes and more seasons. But yeah, and that there's no one I hate on the show. Like, it's so fun. Like, when I used to watch Love Island, if there's people that are dicks, I'd be like, I hate them. Like, there's no way I can turn around to liking them again. Even though like a lot of the girls in the show, like, they would fuck up, it's like you still love them. Like most, when I said Elise was like love bombing, like, I fucking did that all the time when I was younger. Like, it's something that we all fucking do. It's so sad. BBC, do better. And I heard such uproar for like the first episode. It was being released the same day of like this big England game for like, cause by the way, it's World Cup as well that's on. They released the episode the same day as this big England game, and obviously the views were gonna be lacking. Ugh. Actually did diddly fuck up. I'll retry that again. What was I even talking about? See, I distract myself from my shitty fucking artwork. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. the football. Obviously, they weren't going to get them out the views. I think they got like 9,000 views for the first episode. And then they would have seen that as like, oh, obviously, it's a good thing that we're cancelling the show because it's not getting its views anymore. And it's like, it's because you put on like such an important fucking game in a country where like their nation, their team was playing. Obviously, they're all going to be watching that, listening to that, and yeah, it was all strategically planned. I don't think it was coincidental. I think they know exactly what they're doing, because any other show that like, say, if that was Love Island, you know, the premiere for, they'd do it a different day, they'd do it every different time. So yeah, so fucking stupid. And for like the England game, like, who gives a fuck? That shit's not coming home. I want to get this like somewhat fixed. I want to fit me on that, but I've made everything so big on this side because I'm a fucking idiot. Could I write join I? So to kind of like end the episode, obviously the reason I'm doing these horribly made signs is for Pride. Just what I'm doing for Pride is like, last year I set up like a table, but I had someone there to help record, and well, actually I was recording while they asked questions and stuff like that. But now it's just gonna be on my own. So I was thinking, if I just have like my usual place set up, and people can come to me and I can do like a wee interview. So if you have anything you want to say, if you have any like queer hot takes, if you have any concerns about how, you know, the LGBTQ plus communities like being treated in your town, if you have any favorite queer media that you'd like to recommend, if you just have any crazy stories, like, obviously you don't have to tell me everything, that's like, you know, TMI or whatever, but if you have any like funny like coming out stories, anything lighthearted too, because it needs to be like for kids. I need to remember not to be swearing all the time or not to say anything fucking crude. But like, yeah, this will be a family event. It'll be good crack. Get everyone out. Why do I keep doing that? Might as well turn that into a capital. I'm just so, what's that called? Stupidity, maybe. Fuck. So yeah, I'll definitely be going to Fermanagh Pride, and if you wanted merch, I made this. I know it's not the best. I feel like this is kind of just like a prototype because I didn't know how long it would take to send to me. Didn't know how it would look, how it would feel, if it was good quality. And it's not bad. It's all right. And I don't know why I went with the green, because fucking upper green, you know. And I feel like I might move the logo. There's so much space up here. I might move it up a wee bit. I don't know. And it's Greg Joe. Love forever. So gay. But it's cute. It's like a little cute, and it's like, you know, it's Irish. sharing a bit of Gaeilge. I'd love to like learn fluently. I love to speak English fluently too, but yeah, one step at a time. And show you, I have to turn around. Eh, fuck, stuck to the plastic. Awesome. For Man of Pride 2026. Yeah. At the end of the month, I know a lot of people be like, oh, why is there Pride in July? Wasn't Pride month in June? And I do think, obviously, yeah, June is Pride month, but I have a feeling it has something to do with like insurance or permissions to have like, festivals in the town. I'm gonna do the exact same thing as I done before. Episode. Fuck. I'm gonna start that again. I've totally forgot. I said at the start I wanted one like portrait and one landscape, so that was why I couldn't fit the letters on the fucking thing, because it's on portrait, and if I turn it the other way, I'll have more space to write me letters. I'm pretty fucking big brain. You know. Fuck me, and I have to wait for this to dry. So I kind of like started again because I wanted it landscape, and it's working out much better as it was intended. I had a little break. I made a cup of chai. That's good shit. I forgot to say it too for I Kissed a Girl. I wanted to follow like most of the girls that were on the show. Well, actually, I didn't. I followed everyone that was on the show, and only one person followed me back, and it was Charlotte. And I was like, oh, no way. It's not like I wouldn't have the confidence to be like, do you want to come on the podcast? Because I do know rightly, once they leave the show, they're going to be super duper fucking busy. So I don't really want to annoy them. But yeah, she followed me back. So that'd be so fucking cool if we got her on the show. And she's a DJ too. I didn't really realize. I need to like research all that. It's fucking sick. But and there was another person that I was following, and I noticed on TikTok that like, I seen one of their reels pop up on TikTok, and I seen that we were already friends, and it was a Josie. I seen one of her reels pop up on TikTok, and it said we were friends, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, did this happen like in the middle of the night? Because sometimes I do a lot of like my work at like witching hour. I'm like probably possessed, and I'm like doing shit, and I wouldn't remember really doing it. And yeah, it turns out like we followed each other way back before she was on the show. I felt like a fucking idiot. Like I knew rightly when I was watching it, I was like, she looks so familiar, but she's like so fucking like pretty. I thought she was just like, oh, she just looks like an actress. I don't know, but yeah, that was crazy for Pride. Yeah, so Pride for Man of Pride, I'll be there from the 18th, but a week after, on the 25th. That's a Saturday, the 25th of July. I'm actually off that weekend, and that's Belfast Pride. And I've been up to Belfast Pride once. I was with my ex, and kind of, it'd be nice to replace that memory, And plus, I was only there to take pictures, and I didn't really get to drink. I didn't really have to, or like get to have fun. I was super overstimulated with the amount of people that were there. You do not see that crowd in Enniskillen, I tell you that. But yeah, I'm might be interested in going up and see what the crack is. I'm kind of like conflicted. Like, should I do something for the podcast? Should I just go up and have a bit of fucking crack? I don't really know, because if I do something with the podcast, I'll need to carry a lot of gear, and like I don't really want to do that. And it's like expensive gear as well. You don't want to be losing it. You don't want to be like breaking it. So I don't know what to do. And like I don't know who else will be up there. I'll be going up on my own. There's like literally no one from Fermanagh that would want to come up with me. So I don't know. Should I? I don't know. Who else will be there? What will the crack be like? I'm kind of skittish, so I'll have to get like kind of sauced up to be comfortable in such a crowded environment. It's gonna be crazy. I know this isn't the greatest. I don't even know if my GoPro can see me doing my final touches. It's so bad. It's embarrassing. embarrassingly bad. Have I spelled anything wrong? Join me for an episode. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Not really, but that's it. That's all she wrote, folks. Come to Fermanagh Pride to fuck. Say hello to me. There you go. If you see these ugly as fuck signs on the 18th of July, which is next Saturday, in Enniskillen Castle, then you're close to me. And come join me for a chat. I don't know, say anything to me. Hit me a slap. Don't give a shit. Give me content. And yeah, if you want one of these t-shirts, just DM the podcast. I'll get one ordered for you. I can make adjustments. £20. That's it. I'm making like maybe 30p profit. It's kind of like how much the t-shirts are made. I'm not gonna sell them extortionate. I just doing something a little bit fun on the side, and I kind of just want something for like when I'm at Pride. It's kind of like, you know, a little work shirt or whatever. But yeah, if you wanted, I can like see if I can kind of customize it for you. Or there definitely is, like, I picked green because I just like the color green. There are like other colors there, not every color, but if you give me like a in the ballpark, it's, you know, most definitely going to be in the selection because there's quite a lot to select from. And yeah, please subscribe, please follow, rate the podcast on Spotify and YouTube, and yeah, I'm gonna come back from my hiatus. Obviously, like after this episode, I'll be just you'll see me at Pride, and then I'll be posting the episodes with my lovely friend. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to give it away. The trans lady and the singer-songwriter coming up because those are really good episodes. And then I've got like a lot planned. Nothing's like, you know, dead set, but I've got a lot planned. I'm speaking to some interesting people, and yeah, please support. I don't know. Bye bye. Oh, fuck. I have to get ready for a parade now. That's shocking. My niece could have done a better job. Looks like I fucking massacred Miss Piggy and Kermit.